there's not a single pesticide recall.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good because in the meantime, people know black market weed, illicit weed is must be full of nasty stuff. It used to be. I mean, there was that legacy that's part of the sales pitch to voters to create a legal market. It's like Hemingway talked about, drinking in a clean, well-lit space, and we want that. We don't necessarily want other dangers.
Yeah, so we were aware that, black market marijuana, despite being it's a very mature black market, it was one that, like, people sort of knew how to access. I feel like, people have been buying weed for a long time. Pretty routine as far as black markets go. But, hey, there's no regulation and there's dangerous stuff in there. After legalization, did the weed get better or worse?
It only got different. And this is an interesting finding because the belief, we ran these stories out over the course of a year. And in the first stories in June, we just tested legal products. And then in the results that we got in December, and we put all of the results up. You can look up. You don't have to go to our paywall. It's up on GitHub if you want, but if you go to the LA Times site, you've got like 598 different products that we've tested, and you can see, including some of the popular illicit brands. And I think the contamination rate's about the same, but what we found is that the illicit products had chemicals that are easy to spot by the labs, but it's on the state list of 66 chemicals, and they're easy to find in the labs and blow the whistle. The legal weed, a third of it had a chemical that's not on the state list, and pymetrazine, and it just looked to me as though growers had just simply switched when they knew the state was looking for something on the 66 level list. They went to products that were not.
Of course they would, right? There's something that's on the banned list, and so...
Yeah, and the aphids don't care. I mean, you need something to kill the aphids. And the aphid, when cultivation took off, like over in on the coast area, there was so much cannabis cultivation, the aphids were having a heyday. There was like weed everywhere, and so the population just was out of control, and it became a real problem for the farmers, because these are just farmers, and they looked for a product that was good, that wasn't on the late state ban list, and so they reached for these other products. It's a felony to use those other products, but they were using it so frequently, they were actually reporting the use to the state, and the state wasn't noticing.
Wait, sorry, hold on. It's a felony, but they were using it.
Yeah.
One of the chemicals on the list.
No, it wasn't on the list. Pymetrazine. So pymetrazine is not on the list of 66, but under federal law, it is a felony to use a controlled pesticide in a way that's not been approved. And this is a restricted pesticide, pymetrazine. It's not like there are some general use things anybody can use on anything, right? And people around the house. Neem oil, a lot of the organic things, for instance, are in that category. But pymetrazine is not. In fact, pymetrazine is banned in many countries, and it's still used heavily in the United States legally, like on potatoes. You're not smoking your potatoes either, I hope. So,
right. I mean, you can turn a potato into a bong. I think. You can turn an apple to a bong.
I know you can ferment it.
Yeah, you can drink it, and it turns into vodka.
Yeah.
Then you could infuse some cannabis into the vodka. Folks, if you've listened to this show before, you've heard about our next sponsor because they are one of my favorites. This is a product that I've been using for years, and in fact, the only reason...
if they're going to try to slide an ad in, I got one for you. Speaking of information, shouts out to Wall Street Trapper, because, that's what we believe in. Spreading information.
No more. Yeah, you with your family, man. I told you we're gonna bring you in quarterly to make sure all our investments are up to par. Get some insider information.